collective. Good morning, beautiful star shines. Welcome in. Grand rising on this beautiful day, the 13th. Thank you for the heart me, I appreciate it. Good morning, welcome in. We're just opening up a bit more of the heart space here in this collective right now. Opening up through vibration, through sound, through visualization, through all of our sensory bodies here. Thank you for being here. Welcome in. Thank you for the gifts. Hello, hello, welcome in, welcome in. Sutush kunakutetia ariam suntukua. Isia ariam sutukush kadeteke kiki. Aikia moa. I was wondering. Yeah, I'm gonna follow that one. I love that. Refraction and resonance. I love that that reminded you of Snoop Dogg's song. Feminine energy, absolutely. So much to find feminine energy. The first three guides that came forward was Hathor, Isis, and Inanna. If you guys have heard of Inanna, kind of like the original goddess, not the original, but a figure of understanding the goddess. Dropping it like it's hot. Come on. I thought I see you on the road in the van today. Oh, I'm not going to be on the van today. So, do I do meditation? Yes, it's a very similar meditation type of technique to kind of get into rhythmic trance. So what we're doing when I kind of use vocal toning or vibration is kind of this collective meditation trance. You just went on Cash App. Yeah, Ramona, I was traveling in my van. I was camping with my family this last week. So I'd been in my van all week, but today is a day that I'm not in my van. Maybe soon I'll be full-time, you guys. Like, really, I've been getting so many more visions of the stuff I'm going to be doing when I'm on the road, which is really exciting. It's really exciting, and it's very, yes, I do have van on the internet, I know. It's something I'm still going to have to try to figure out, though, because in some areas, it doesn't work very well, like if there's a lot of trees. So, like, being really directly in nature sometimes is not actually the best for doing lives and stuff like that. So I'll have to figure out, like, each day where to be, and, you know, that might be a little overwhelming, but I'll figure it out. I'll get it down. I like the haircut. Looks really good. Thank you so much. I got some Egyptian dragon, queen, and goddess of element copper coins for gift. Oh my gosh, I love that. Hello, Athena. Welcome in. Technical schmeshtickle. But it's okay. Technology and nature are coming together, and I think that's even a piece that I'm, you know, working on within myself to create new earth consciousness is really bringing those two together and seeing how they can coexist. I do think there is something that we have to do with technology and using the technology of trees as antennas. I don't know how we can do that, but I do think there is so much electricity that goes through these trees that we could potentially be using as free energy, or using as ways of communicating with one another. So that's something that just came to mind as well, that I think could be really, really beneficial when we continue to create more of a technology and nature-centric ecosystem for reality. Hello, Starshine. Welcome in, Katie. Nature is learning to balance, and the AI in tech, yes, absolutely. So welcome in. So I'm actually going to bring up the words of the day already, and we might come back to this a little bit later, but the words are very interesting. So the first word is time, erase, undo, unwind, correction, and then alignment, consistency, and temple. So there's very interesting words here, but let me go through the first couple again. Time, erase, undo, unwind, and correction. So as we know, if you have been working in this collective or have just been aware, CERN has turned off for a little bit for the next 4 years until they create the next super collider that could potentially create, you know, more havoc, or it could be something okay for humanity. What I have done, I've worked with CERN for years now, and this is the most neutral I've ever been about CERN, which is very interesting. I've always had a pretty negative approach towards CERN and what it's doing. So when I've been tuning in recently, it's been very much like stay neutral, stay neutral, stay neutral. But there's something about right now that CERN is not on, that there is this time to undo or rewind or correct some of the things that are happening in these timelines, and the particles, right? Like when there's a super collider and these particles are coming together and the light shifts, it creates this ripple effect into all timelines, because we're creating this portal through deep energy, right? Deep light. But there is ways that we can also create portals, you know, within ourselves, or working with stargates or other type of things that don't create as much havoc, and it creates more of a black hole. So sometimes, so what they're showing me is like the super collider does this thing where it creates more light, like it's like 2 light beams going at a fast rate. Again, I don't know if this is the technical terms of it, but this is what they're showing me. 2 light beams going at a very fast rate, and then it's creating ripples of light out and creating these like really strong energetic impacts. But if we're creating a black hole instead, which can be created out of this, a black hole sucks in. And so why they're showing me this is important, because they're showing me something about teleportation or using timeline portals or using Stargate portals are more of a black hole work. When you're working with black holes, you're often working with the divine feminine. When you're working with light fractals that are like very strong, just like how CERN is, you're working more with the masculine. So something that's happening as we're given this 4 years of time is really readjusting ourselves to correct us back into the natural rhythm of the feminine, and working more with black holes. I don't know why they're saying it like that, but black holes within ourselves can actually be very beautiful when we learn how to use them instead of falling victim to them. Because a lot of times, for many of us, we also go on our dark night of the soul, which can feel like a deep black hole that you can't get out of, but it is one of those initiations that we go through in order to learn what we need to learn in life, right? So they're showing me the word freedom. They're saying freedom is very important when learning how to work with the black hole, or learning how to work with darkness, or learning how to realign your energy body. Can you clarify here, Spirit? We have Hathor and Isis coming in, and Anubis coming in. They're showing it. It's just very important for humanity to understand that you can be 2 places at once with vibration, and that you can be here in this moment, right here and now, and also be connected to a different timeline of energy through your electrical system, through your energy body. So right now, what a lot of people are doing is bringing back these other frequencies or these other timelines and bringing them into this timeline here and now to create the highest formation of self and the most structured and strengthened individual. Again, this can seem very quantum, but this is coming at us for a reason. There is a strong amount of particle activity is what they're showing me. Like I'm just seeing all of these particles like moving around, and as they're moving around, they're coming into cohesion, or they're coming into balance, or they're coming into order. So there's something about order taking place in time. Time is ordering itself. And time is the structure, right? Time works with gravity. So there's something also with gravity here. Being grounded. Hathor keeps showing me her eyes. There's something about eyes. They're showing me Nordics. They're showing me Switzerland. Switzerland and France, I'm pretty sure, is where CERN is, in between those two, which I think is very interesting, that it goes between two countries specifically. It's like the masculine and the feminine coming together. So this is very interesting. Spirit, is there anything else that you want to say about CERN? They're showing me crayons and they're saying the drawing board. There's a completely new creation, and there's also, and this is why I feel like I meant to stay neutral about this situation, is that there are very good or benevolent, is that the right word? Yeah, benevolent beings that are younger that is coming in to work with CERN to create, to heal timelines. So they're coming in, so this next time that CERN is going to be opening up, it's going to have a different energy frequency. It's going to have a lot more ethical respect towards humanity. But of course it has had some negative effects on all of consciousness. So that has to be evened out, again, balanced. This 4-year balance is very, very essential. And within these 4 years, there are going to be very beautiful, young, intelligent minds that come to the surface that start to work with CERN in a way that is much more beneficial to heal the ripple of Atlantis. So CERN has a lot of connections with Atlantis specifically. And there are a lot of Atlantean beings that work with and on CERN. This is important because we are very much in the midst of healing the wound and the ripple of Atlantis through this timeline. This is why the first word of the day was time. Unwind. They're showing me a lot of clocks. Is there anything else you want to show me here for this collective? They're saying you do not need to worry about anything. Focus on who you are here and now within this timeline. Focus on bringing your attention here to be the greatest version that you can here and now. When you focus on all of these other timelines, you get yourself distracted in the quantum field, which can be fun at times. But the more that we are becoming sensitive to the quantum field and to all of our realities, it is important to have focus where you are at here and now, and that your attention is here and now for a reason. So stay attentive to the now, because this is the impact that you are making. Whether you are focused on consciousness 13,000 years ago or focused on consciousness 13,000 years in the future, all of it doesn't necessarily matter other than this moment of now. Thank you, Spirit. Very interesting. Again, I hope you caught some of that came through. I want to talk about the other words that also came through. Yeah, you're so welcome. Alignment, consistency, and temple. So again, coming into that alignment, that consistent energy of being present, of being whole, of bringing this energy through. And then temple is this sacred sanctuary. It is our, they're saying it's our rights. It is our sacred rights of holding this container of life, right? Our temple is the passageway that we get to make an energetic impact in the third dimension. Our temple is our body. The body is this passageway, and they're showing me the temple of Hathor. Nope, they're showing me the temple of Isis. See, I knew that Isis and Hathor were going to be heavy on this session today. I don't know why, but they're pretty strong. Thank you for the gifts. I do appreciate y'all. Thank you for being here. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We're doing a little bit of channeling here this morning. They have been here today. Absolutely, they've been really strong. Isis, Hathor, Anana. I wrote down who else wanted to come in. Anubis and Archangel Michael. All of these beings have come in today. Again, we're doing a little bit of channeling. We have 15 more minutes left this morning before we go into those individual sessions. I already have Anna on the list. If anyone else wants to get on the list, please go check out my link in bio. I have, I think, 4 or 3 more spots left open. So check that out if that's something you're interested in. We will come back into the channel. Oh, thank you. Thank you, thank you. Have a great day as well, beautiful soul. You sent on Cash App. Excellent, Jessica. All right. Good morning. Yes, you can book. I'll write you down, Astrid. Great sessions today. I can feel it. We have 2 more spots left. I know. We have such good sessions in these collectives, don't we? There's some really good stuff. And I love that CERN already is the first thing that came through. I knew that they wanted to bring CERN through. So something else that I want, Katie, excellent. Oh my gosh, we've got such a good collective. Hathor just keeps coming in. And it's really, really beautiful. I love working with Hathor so much. She's probably one of my faves. Really, genuinely. Okay, so the other thing I wanted to talk about was yesterday I had a mediumship situation that happened, and here's the thing about me. I can do mediumship stuff with like everyone else, but I don't normally get a lot that comes through for me in my familial line because I do feel very galactic, right? So if I'm doing mediumship stuff, it's going to be my galactic team. I don't often get like my human team come in. But yesterday, my grandpa came in while I was just like sitting on the hammock. I was like, hey, peace, what's up? And he gave me this huge downloaded information of sociology. He was a professor of sociology. And it was just like, hey, you need this. And I was like, oh, swag. I just like took it off. And it was like I've never had a relationship with my grandpa. He passed when I was younger. There was nothing really there, And so it was just so random to kind of have that come in. And while that came in, I was recognizing and realizing my dad, he's the youngest of 7. He was raised by a father that was a professor of sociology. My dad is so intellectual about things and society and how people do things. And so that being passed down to me, someone that is very theoretical in society and people and humans and all of these things, it's like, oh my gosh, this has been a generation, like generations on generations of viewing reality from this sociological lens, which has been very interesting to like really feel it in my body. I mean, I've always felt it, but it was like really weird to like literally see it come in and be like, hey, this is how your father line has influenced you, is you've been able to be very theoretical in humans and see humans as something that you study. So it's been very interesting to like recognize that as well. And then my sister last night was like, something that's kind of interesting about our family is we're very theoretical, and there's not a lot of like things that are said about the surface. Like we don't argue, and this is very white person, I know, but it's like we don't argue a lot. We just send energetic daggers to each other. And so it's all very spirit, it's all very mind, but it's not a lot physical at all. And so I've always had a harder time connecting to the physical realm because of that. I was trained on theory. I was trained on human theory, the mental mind, and I was also trained on spiritual theory and spirituality, and that is how my mom and my dad connect, through that mental and that higher space. But it has been in some way a disservice because that communication of physical to physical and communicating on the real things has always been very difficult. There's always been a lot of miscommunication, a lot of difficulty in those ways. So it's been very interesting to like observe that understanding since my grandpa kind of gave me this information. So it was just a very fascinating experience, because again, I literally don't ever connect with my family line very much at all. This year was the first time that I'd ever even connected with my great grandmother. She came in for me. She was a very beautiful Sicilian lady. And now this for my grandpa. So I think this is my way of also really connecting into earth again, and being much more earthy and much more grounded. I think this year for me has been very earthy. The France trip was very humbling and earthy for me. So I've had a lot of very human interactions this year that I probably haven't had my whole entire life, honestly. And a huge way that I have recognized my humanity is that I'm no longer judging me being a human. Like, even if I just want to, we've come to this example before of like, if I want to drink a glass of wine, I'm no longer giving myself that judgment of like, this is so bad, this is so terrible, I shouldn't do this, but rather I'm just like, this is the human experience and I'm going to enjoy what I have. So that's a lot of what I'm going through personally, which has been very freeing. And coming back to that word freedom, freedom actually is this like beautiful experience of a black hole. And I don't want to confuse anyone on that, but maybe I'll digest that information a little bit longer and come back with a different way to explain it. But freedom is it's a portal. When you can accept freedom as who you are, it allows everything around you to create a free environment, an environment where you are whole and you are free and you are fun and you are playing and you are allowed. But if you are giving yourself freedom, you're saying, now I'm allowed to have freedom, there's still restriction there. So there's something about fully embodying this energy of freedom that can be very beneficial. But freedom also, if you don't fully understand how to use freedom, it can get very complex and confusing. And I think I'm getting into that complex and confusing state right now. So I don't want to go too far into that. But maybe digest what you can about that information if anything comes through to you. So this is not a perm, but thank you. I don't know if that's a compliment or not. I'm complex and confusing. Yes. Yes. So, thank you for the gift. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So important to not judge ourselves. There's no good and bad, no shame. Absolutely. So, channeling the Egyptian vibes. I know so much Egyptian energy these past couple days. Yeah, I've had to really notice judgment as well. Again, I know that this channel was in the beginning, it's been a little bit strong, so I hope that the words that I was saying maybe in some way resonate with your body. If it doesn't resonate with the mind, let it kind of vibrate with the body, that there's something here that makes sense to you. If not, leave it. Yes. Shoulder replacement surgery. Oh, sending you so much love. I have to work on it every single day. Yep. So something that I have recognized and I've talked with my friend about, but also just within my home here. Like, I'm living in a home where my parents are very, very religious. They really push up against me a lot, and I push up against them a lot, and I think it's very intentional. So for me, I'm very, very grateful for this opportunity to be home and to have these very Christian parents that raised me really push up against me, because it allows me to, it almost in a way creates parameters of learning and education, because I do think there is a limitation in it, yes, that they want me to be pretty grounded in my mentality, but I do think it's very beneficial, because I think with my abilities and my skills, I can go so far out there, and I do go that far out there, but they always bring me back to like, this is how you were raised though, and this is what you should believe, and all of these things. And in a way, it does really anchor me in, even though I don't have to accept everything that they're saying. it brings me back to center and is like, this is how I was raised on spirituality and my connection with God and things like this. So it has been very, very interesting to be at home with my family and my parents, and I have to respect it, right? Like, if I want anyone to respect my spiritual beliefs, I can't just like denounce anyone else's spiritual beliefs. Like, I respect very deeply that my parents have a very strong faith, even if I don't align with it. And again, it's very humbling. And another thing that I've been talking about that's been humbling is evil eye, and having people negatively kind of throw energy at you or cast judgments upon you. Yes, it is not fun and it's not great, but it's a very humbling experience to keep me in my body, to remind me who I am here and now. And yes, it's uncomfortable, but it's also a little bit necessary for me specifically and in my career, because I do feel like I do a lot energetically and I do shift reality a lot. And that is a very large thing to hold. So sometimes when someone is just casually like, what the heck, you're so weird, it's like, oh, I'm so human. I love that. I appreciate that. Thank you. Like, it brings me back to like, okay, whew, here I am. Humans are silly, humans are weird, but I'm also a human and I'm grateful for that. So there's something about that that's been really interesting for me to navigate, and just really embody being okay with people judging or being okay with people having different opinions of me, because it ultimately is benefiting me. It's ultimately a benefit and it's a counterbalance of my frequency, right? Oh my gosh, go feed Mongo. Let's be silly, right? So I think that's just something that's coming up for some reason. My bracelets, I purchased them from all over. I always suggest, if you're going to get, crystals, just go to your local metaphysical shop, wherever the closest one is, and really help out small businesses. I think that's really beneficial. Or like Etsy or places online that you can just support small businesses. There's people all over that will make bracelets. I used to make some. So some of these I made myself, but I do not any longer. Challenges your beliefs and defining those lines of your beliefs better. Absolutely, that's a great way of saying it. You're a weird Aquarius. Yes, we love the Aquarius women. Shout out to the Aquarius women. But also shout out to the Aquarian age, right? This is an amazing time to be alive, and I'm so grateful to be here. So we're going to go into some of these... We're going to go into some of these individual sessions here in just a second. So, hello Lucy, welcome. Well, thank you guys for being here. We're going to bring just a little bit more light into the channel before we get started, bringing light down through the crown. Third eye. Throat. Third eye. Oh, no, heart, not third eye. Ooh, big opening in the heart there. Down into the solar. The sacral. And the root, opening up deeper here. Going down through the hips, thighs, back of thighs, knees, back of knees, shins, calves, ankles, and feet, pushing down into the earth, grounding down. Visualize those roots extending deeper and 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 deeper, all the way down to the crystalline core. Wrap your roots around the core. Send this beautiful light energy all the way through you, out into the earth, as we all shift together, as we create coherence and harmony within the field, as we regulate the nervous system of Gaia and within ourselves, bringing this energy back up through your roots, feet, ankles, shins, calves, knees, thighs, hips, root, sacral, solar, heart, throat, third eye, and crown, all the way up into the heavens, allowing this to be your truth if it feels right, and bringing this energy all the way back down. Real quick before we get into these individual sessions, I have one very exciting announcement. I am going to be hosting my first retreat. I'm going to be doing it with my beautiful friend in here, Refraction and Resonance, which also goes by Yoga Fairy. We're going to be doing it in Pennsylvania. We have like 3 spots. It's going to be very, very small. So if that's something that you feel called to, I'm going to be making a flyer and posting it somewhere. I'm very, very excited. It's going to be so lovely. And it's one of those things where I'm very much training and learning how to do this more. So if that's something you're interested in, I will be posting more about this. So let it, fester in your heart. If that's something you want to do, it will be in Pennsylvania. So if you live near there or something like that, please think about it. Okay, so let's get into these individual sessions. We're going to go with Anna here first. Anna, I know, I'm very excited, you guys. Katie, I'm going to be doing a weekend retreat in August. It's going to be around the 8/8 portal. I think it will be on the 8/8 portal. We're going to be doing a weekend trip retreat that I'm doing for the first time. I don't know. I got all nervous all of a sudden talking about it. Okay. Oof. It's very nerve-wracking for me to host in that capacity because I can host here so easily, but I can also just turn off the phone. But when I'm around people, I'm like, I can't necessarily turn off the phone. Grand Rising Pops, welcome, and it's good to have you here. But yes, it will be in Pennsylvania, so if that's something that anyone is interested in, please think about it. So we have Anna with a 25-minute session right off the bat. We also have Jessica with a 15, and Katie with a 15 as well. Astrid also sent in, I think, on the website. Was vacuuming, yes. Katie, I'll send out another, I'll send something out if that's something you're interested in, because I know that you're in PA, but we'll see. Whatever feels right, whoever is meant to be there is meant to be there. All right. Give me just 1 second to reload my website here, because I know Astrid sent in. Did anyone else send in? Okay, 25. Excellent. If not, I will close the list for now. I feel like I want one more. If there's one more person that wants to get on, you do that. But I think I'm still just going to close the list just in case. I don't know. Feels right. Feels right to do. All right, let's get started. Anna, is there any intentions that you have for today for this 25-minute session? Anything specific? OMG. I would love that. I want little Mongo to join us. I would cry. I would cry if he was there. Are you kidding? My dear friend Catherine has been raising a starling bird from its baby phase, and its name is Mongo, and it's really cute, and it jumps on her head, and it's adorable. And I love it so much, and I'm the godmother, and I'm very happy about that. I like want to cry because it's the cutest thing ever. So Anna, if you have anything specific, just let me know, love. Moving back to your home country. Okay, can you share with me what your home country is? If not, that's okay too. Portugal. Ooh! Ooh, girl. Okay, I feel Portugal in my soul right now. All right, let me get started. Let me get my energy ready, and we'll get into it. excited about this. Put a heart in the chat when you're ready and we'll get started. Again, this is a 25-minute session. Anyone else that is here, you guys can receive the secondary energy codes or kind of just observe together, whatever feels good. Holding space for Anna as we're moving through this. All right, hand on heart, hand on belly. We'll take 3 deep breaths in together. Take a deep breath in. Okay, Anna, so what they're showing me about Portugal, yes, I do think you are called to Portugal. Whether it doesn't necessarily have to be just to move there. If that's something that you feel called to personally, please tune into that. But they want you there, one way or another. They want you there, and what they're showing me is this like literal, like almost like a Stargate, but it's basically your 0 point energy, kind of where you were born, where you were raised, things like that. That it's like part of your soul fractals are going to come back to you in those states. So they're showing like a blue crystalline circle in this area, and they want you to align with this circle, which is like in Portugal somewhere. And it's, again, all of your ancestors are waiting here, or not all of them are there all the time, but they're preparing a way for you to connect with your ancestral lineage more here, and connect deeper with your soul fractals and your soul remembrances of your ancestry line. There is something about you, however, here in the US, or wherever you're at, actually, I don't know if you're in the US, but wherever you're at now has been a clearing, it's been a cleansing away from Portugal, and there's something about you going back and bringing this resonance of harmony, or bringing this resonance of coherence, or bringing this resonance of healing into these places. So it's beyond you. This is helping heal some parts of the grid in Portugal with your energetic impact. So that's important, but it is also just simply your journey. So if that is something that feels right to you, please do that. Something that I do feel in this other country, in you said Portugal, right? Yes. In Portugal is there is distortion. There's a lot of distortion that is still around. And so when you go back, there can be some things in your energy field that kind of bring you back to an old or lower state of being. Simultaneously, in these places, there's also really high frequencies. So going back to Portugal for you can be very like mood swingy, is what I'm feeling, because there's some really intense density that you're going to be noticing, but there's some really intense highs and some really intense connection back to self. And so this is why I don't know if, you know, moving there and staying there full time is exactly what is needed. I'm not sure, but they are showing at least a short period of time for you to learn and adjust into this energy. So maybe there's even a going to Portugal and seeing how that feels for you now as a different being, because you are different than how you were even just a year ago or 2 years ago, and see how it feels for you. And then again, and then come back and make that full decision. But there is something about you needing to be there and them wanting you to be initiated there. I don't know what type of like landscaping is there, or what type of like life is there, but they are showing me some mountains and some valleys, and they're wanting you to connect with the river and feet. They're showing a lot of feet, and they're showing you putting jingles on the bottom of your ankles, or like things on your ankles, and then walking around and shaking. And what this is going to do is help create coherence on that in that country, in that land, and within your own ancestral line, because you're coming back to your full self. by bringing these rituals with you. So this is just something that I'm feeling, and they're showing me tea or they're showing me cacao. If you haven't worked with cacao yet, they are asking you to work with cacao. It's a very beautiful heart-opening medicine. Anything else from this vision that I'm seeing right now? Anything else that's coming? They're showing a couple elders, like a couple women that are going to be near you, whether it is, you know, parentals or others. Like, I'm just seeing like a medicine woman of some sort, someone that's cleansing you. She has feathers and she has sage, and she's cleansing your body. And maybe this is also you. Maybe this is a higher self of you, and they're saying, yes, this is a higher self of you that you're going to be embodying when you're coming into this land. There is more of your DNA and your ancestry that's coming back to you. Okay. Anything else on that right now? I'm getting a lot of flow in my legs specifically. I'm getting a lot of tingling in my legs. So we're going to really be moving this energy downwards, because it's a very grounded energy of being very earthy, being very connected with your ancestry and your lineage here. They're showing something about like food or corn. Corn is abundant. There's something about you sharing your abundance in Portugal, or in just like sharing the frequency. It doesn't always have to be like physically, but sharing the frequency of having enough. There's some humbling experiences you're going to be witnessing that's going to help bring you back into deeper gratitude of your life. It's very much a mission that they're calling you to. I feel it deeply. You've been here since you were 21. Okay, so you haven't been there in a minute. There's something very, oh my gosh, I'm so excited for you. Especially since the work that we've been doing recently, you're so much more spiritually activated than before, for sure. There's going to be a lot that's coming in, especially because the divine feminine is really uplifting right now. So what you're doing when you're going to Portugal is really allowing that divine feminine emergence to come through you, the connection of the goddess, the connection of goddess worship, which is very original in most of the world. And a lot of places, and one that they are showing me, Portugal is one of those places that has just this deep reverence for the goddess in the earth. And this is why, like, stomping on your feet and like really feeling the dirt, connecting with cacao, things like this is going to be really beneficial to you. They keep showing me feathers, like a feather duster, but like an energy swifter. So there's something about that that's also coming through. Okay, let's open the mind a bit here. Hello, Luna, welcome in. There's a little bit of this mental block because you have been in the US since 21, of like, am I gonna fit in some capacity? And Spirit is saying you're not necessarily meant to fit in, but you're meant to remember, is what they're saying. You're meant to remember. There's a lot of things that are going to awaken inside of you when you go back. And again, they're saying maybe take a smaller trip first to see how your body adjusts to the energy. And if you really fall in love with how your body feels in Portugal, take that next step. But they're saying baby steps. So third eye opening. There's something here, they're showing me the word freedom. There's something here that's going to allow you to feel more free within yourself once you witness it, or once you witness Portugal. There's something about freedom. Feeling more free in what you already have. Again, a lot of gratitude is going to come out of this. There's a lot of movement in the third eye. You saw a hummingbird earlier. I love that for you. There's a lot of movement in the third eye. You might even be called to do some sort of ceremony, medicine ceremony. in Portugal, and I feel like that would be really beneficial to you. Woo! I just got like a chill in my stomach. They just keep showing me these bells on your feet and feathers on your body. This very ceremonial and ritualistic connection to earth, connection to Gaia, connection to the goddess, connection to the womb, connection to the vulva, they're saying. Very interesting. Very interesting. Which we've talked about in your stuff many times, actually, is this connection with sexual energy. This is very interesting that this keeps coming up for you because, again, sexual energy is aligned with spiritual energy. It is very similar. So there's this emergence that is coming through you. The more that you're connected to yourself, the more that you're connected to that inner medicine woman, the more you're really connected to the pleasures of life, the gratitude for life, the freedom of life, right? These things are coming forward to you as you are opening your possibilities, opening your mind to greater possibilities. There's something also kind of coming out of your eyes. What was that? They're like literal, like what they're showing me is like toothpicks coming out of your eyes. I know, really uncomfortable visual right there. But this is what I'm feeling. They're saying like, there's passage in the Bible that's like, take the plank out of your own eye. Something like that. And there's something about taking this plank out. Letting go of judgment of self, letting go of judgment of others, letting go of how you might be perceived by others. There's something about this, like taking this out. Very weird visualization and very weird feeling, but let that out. Releasing out of the ears. Sound healing. Again with the shakes and the rattles. So you might even be called to just get some crystals and just shake. You might be called to actually get things that you hook onto your ankles and walk around maybe in nature and connect with it that way. You're going to be asked to connect with your ancestry line here and now before you go over to Portugal, whenever that is, but it is coming. So energetically prepare yourself now for coming fully back to self. Throat chakra. They're showing me Celtic signs here, Celtic symbols. Give me a second. I gotta look up. I'm forgetting where Portugal is. That's embarrassing, I'm sorry. Okay, that's what I thought. I thought it was near Spain, but I didn't know for sure if it was South America. Okay, that makes a lot of sense with the Celtic energy. Okay, so there is like Celtic influences that are also playing in your field, and I'm feeling it very specifically in the throat. And they're showing me a lot of different, like, they're showing me like Tree of Life symbols. They're showing me different, I don't know, symbolism in the throat here that's going to help you open. Something about this. They're showing me horses. Freedom. Freedom again. Freedom keeps coming up. There's something about freedom, bringing that to Portugal, experiencing that, bringing this back. There's something about that. There's some sort of like timeline shift that's also happening within your field. Okay, going into the heart. Getting buzzing in my ankles. Open the heart a bit deeper. We're going to have your ancestors come forward here and now in a ceremonial rite, a ceremonial passage here within your heart. So all of your ancestors or whoever is being asked to come forward is coming around you in a circle. And the medicine woman with feathers in her hair, she's coming forward with cacao, the medicine of the earth, the chocolate, the heart. She's preparing cacao for you. You're sitting in the middle They're dancing in circles, stomping their feet, playing their drums, singing their song. There is a meditative movement here in the circle. Meditative rhythm, meditative drumming that's happening. You're kind of feeling in this trance state. That's energetically what is being prepared here right now as we're stepping into this energetic ceremony. The medicine woman steps forward, comes onto her knees as you are crisscross, laying with your hands up in a meditative position. And she guides the cacao into your mouth. And you take a sip, and then she takes a sip. And the cacao kind of goes into the heart, and it swarms this like very warm, motherly, chocolatey feeling within the heart. And what I'm seeing is both of your guys' hearts coming together. It's like this chocolate energy coming together and intertwining and then going into one another. So this is, in a way, you connecting with the medicine woman inside of you, this other version of you, and intertwining hearts here and now. So something that's kind of what they're showing me as I'm in this vision is both of you guys interchanging positions. Like you then become the one that is giving this cacao to this younger version of you. And now allow yourself again to give this cacao, and then to receive, and then to give back. And feel again this chocolatey intertwining of the heart in a very grounded state of acceptance. They're saying oneness, staying very connected with your ancestry line, very connected with your higher self, very connected to your rituals. I'm feeling this warmth in my heart as I'm feeling this, which is really beautiful. So allow this to digest in through your bloodstream, your veins, your arteries, your plasma body, and your electron body, bringing your higher self, this medicine woman version of self, into your physical body now through your waters, through your plasma, through your fascia. And give her room to explore within you. Give her room to remember within you. Give her room to hold wisdom in these places that have been blocked off before or have been pushed away. You have done the work to almost sterilize your past experience with Portugal. This is how they're saying it. You've left and you've sterilized your experience. You've created a new experience for yourself. Now you're meant to go back with this complete renewal of self, coming in with a different perspective, but still holding deep reverence, clearing, harmonizing, calming. Okay, so that's what they're showing me here. Going down. It is the part of trust, right? You're activating your trust here in the solar to trust that this is a part of your lineage, to trust that this is within you. There's a part of you that's doubting, that's like, I'm just a human being. But you really are stepping into a deeper embodiment of trusting your natural wisdom, trusting the veins, trusting the cells, trusting the electrons, just giving your body this space and grace to trust you. So we're going to bring more of that trust down through the crown, third eye, throat, heart, solar, deep into the solar, shifting through all of the light in your body, feeling the electrons buzzing in trustworthiness, trust of self, trust of humanity as well, and allowing that to ripple through your auric field, awakening deeper. Going down into your sacral, opening this up a bit deeper, and feeling the inner child here, exploring and dancing and having fun. They're saying almost, it's very interesting, but they're saying removing negative attachments, removing negative memories towards the past, letting that go. coming back to Portugal with a new observation that it is better than when you left it. There's something about that. Safer, more trustworthy, more unifying. They're asking you to come in with a different perspective. A lot of buzzing in the body here now as that's sinking in. They're saying you can trust. You can trust. You can trust. Allow the inner child to feel safe and warm and connected and loved here in this time and this now moment. Giving permission to be all of you. As you are going through these initiations with your ancestry line, bringing this down into your root, opening this up. They're showing me the cow or Hathor, but the cow is very symbolic of the feminine, of the moon, of our cycles, of the milk of life. Again, I'm getting these buzzes of light coming through my body. They're saying flowing with milk and honey. Milk coming from the heavenly realms, honey coming from the earthly realms, combining to create all that we need in life. Opening up deeper in the root. Again, feeling this buzzing of your ancestry line and the thumping of the drum. The thumping of ceremonial dance, ceremonial rhythm through hips, thighs, back of thighs, knees, back of knees, shins, calves, ankles, feet down into the earth, grounding down. Good. Feel that energy moving all the way down. There's such a force there, going all the way down to the crystalline core through your roots, creating stronger roots. I want you to feel in those roots your deep energetic connection with Portugal as well as the US, and feeling those roots colliding as well as Celtic energy. They're showing like Ireland or Scotland or something also coming in, playing a part. And it's meeting underneath the earth in the crystalline core. I want you to feel that energy really expanding through you as well. Bringing this light down through the crown. Not allowing family to define who you are. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. I could feel that hesitation of like going there for a reason, but again, they're like, you are changing the cycle. There's something about you changing the way that you're viewed and the way that your spirituality is also viewed. Anyways, bringing some more light down through the crown, third eye, throat, heart, solar, sacral, root, hips, thighs, back of thighs, knees, back of knees, shins, calves, ankles, feet down into the earth, grounding down. Releasing all the way through your roots, feeling this energy going all the way down to the crystalline core. Getting you prepared energetically to connect with all of you, really, just to connect with your higher self, deeper. Bringing this energy out and through all of your roots, preparing a way over in Portugal for when you arrive, allowing it to be filled with ease and grace and peace and love and compassion. For you are here rippling and changing the frequencies of your home country, and I think that is very, very beautiful. You're already doing it. Bringing this energy back up to your roots, feet, ankles, shins, calves, knees, thighs, hips, root, sacral, solar, heart, throat, third eye, and crown, all the way up into the heavens, allowing this to be your truth if it feels right to you, and bringing this energy all the way back down and around you. And so it is. And so it is. All right. Releasing any last energy that doesn't serve you, letting it go, letting it flow. Thank you for the gifts, beautiful soul. Letting it go, letting it flow, letting it go, letting it flow, letting it go, letting it flow. That's just an energetic preparation, I guess. It was just like they wanted to just show you confirmation of where you're going, what you're doing. But yeah, just a little bit of prep there. Bringing unconditional love into every cell of your body, illuminating from the inside out, appreciating the love, the joy, the peace, the bliss, the honor of being alive here in this present moment. I see you, I love you, I honor you, my hands are buzzing so much. Bringing golden light energy all around your aura, keeping you safe, standing protected. Abundance all the way through you and into the collective consciousness field as we all shift together. Take a deep breath in. Your energy is yours. My energy is mine. And so it is. So it is. There you go, beautiful soul. Thank you, Anna, for letting us tune in with that. You want to book a session. Beautiful. Yes, if you did go to my link in bio, you can book for a live session. Let me see on here. I don't see anyone yet over there. I believe we found. But if you do want to book, Missy, definitely you can do that. And we can get if you do want one today. You're so welcome. You feel something in your palms? Yeah, my palms are buzzing. They are buzzing, buzzing. Gratitude. Let go of lack mentality. Absolutely. Yay. I'm so excited for you, Anna. I'm very excited for you. This is going to be a very strong initiation. Yes, it is. It is the service link. Yes. But again, remember that you're doing all of that right now, Anna. Like, all that you have control over is this time right now. So what you're doing to take care of you now, what you're doing to prepare yourself now, it's all very beneficial. Just trust, just be, just connect. So we have Jessica, Astrid, and Katie. Jessica, do you want to go at the end or do you want to go next? Thanks for being over there, Pops. I appreciate you. Thanks to everyone that's here. Okay, excellent. So we have Astrid next, and then Katie. We have another 25-minute session with Astrid. Before we go into that session with Astrid, I am going to go use the bathroom. So I want you to sit with yourself here for the next moment. Give a list, maybe not a list, but give a feeling, an emotion of gratitude to self and what you're going through in this journey and how grateful we are here to be alive, because I'm very, very grateful for you guys. So I will be right back. All right. All right, we're back. We're back. Perfect timing here. So, yes, you can definitely stay and listen. All right. Okay, yay. I had this feeling that someone was going to have connection with CERN today. I had this feeling, so I'm excited to see what we tune into. Right. I just knew it too. I just did. So we'll see what we get into today. I'm very curious. I'm very curious. Let me close this out real quick. So stick around if you guys are interested to see what me and Astrid are going to tune into in CERN. It's so interesting when I go to, so kind of off the topic of CERN, but it's so interesting when I go to the bathroom and I'm like in a completely different state of mind, and then I come back and it's literally this container that we've created of this safe space to have these conversations. Because even when I'm in the bathroom, like, yeah, if I think about this too much, like, is this influencing the rest of my life? It's just, it's very interesting. It's just very interesting what came up. Anyways, so let's get into Astrid's session. I'm very excited. Yes, I would talk about what CERN is before we get started. So if anyone doesn't know what CERN is this super collider that is within, I'm pretty sure it's Switzerland and France. It's in between those two. And it creates really strong, high frequency, very fast particles at the speed of light that clash. And it creates ripples into consciousness. And they also are creating, what I have seen when I've tuned in, is they're creating like portals that are bringing entities in from different places. It's almost a little bit like we're teetering on what happened in the Atlantis. If you didn't know what happened in Atlantis, we kind of started working with some not great things, started working with dark portals and things like this, and Atlantis had to be destroyed. So what we're doing right now when we're working with CERN is we're kind of teetering on that line, and what we're doing in evolution is saying, let's not do that again, and we're trying to remember how not to do that, and that's what we're doing. This is why when we hold conscious awareness of what's happening in CERN, we can help eliminate some very negative things that happen on this planet. But we can also start to use it for its highest good and highest benefit, and we can start to actually create wormholes and portals for teleportation and things like that in a more conscious way. Because I think for a while humans have been a little bit mind numbed towards teleportation, portals, extraterrestrial contact, all of these things, and on how to do it. They have been very unaware, but something that's happening is we're becoming very aware that it's very possible and it's very real. So again, when I'm working with CERN, I'm trying to be as neutral as possible about it, because I want to perceive it from its highest lens or its highest good. I have done a lot of work with CERN throughout these years. Okay? No more negative concern. They did shut it down. So they shut it down for the next 4 years because they're creating a new super collider that has an ability to hold higher frequency energies or things like this. So very interested to see what's coming forward. But the next 4 years we have this time again. The words of the day is time, erase, undo, unwind, correction. There's this time in the next 4 years to correct energetically maybe what has been happening since I think 2009 when CERN turned on. So, and we've seen so many different changes that have happened in our reality since about 2009. Oh yay, I'm so glad that that made sense. Let me see, is there anything else that I want to talk about? We've connected with CERN together before, right, Astrid? I know that I have gone to CERN with a couple of you guys because I know that that is a huge place that I'm called to work on. I remember one time I went in there, again, sorry, we'll go into this session here in a second. I remember one time I went in there and I went underneath to the tunnels. Oh my gosh, CERN has some really freaky tunnels, you guys. Because if you're opening portals to other places and you're bringing in entities, you're going to have to store them somewhere. There's some really, really, really interesting beings under CERN. So anyways, let's get into it. I'm going to get some, I know it's been a constant on my mind as well. And I think, Jody, I think it's very interesting that you even wanted to talk about time, because CERN has a lot to do with time. So that probably plays a big part. Because CERN has created shifts in time and shifts in timeline frequencies and things like this. So now that it's turned off, there's a different energy around timelines and learning how to heal the timelines and things like this. It's a whole thing. But let's get into what Astrid's team is going to bring us to today when we go to CERN. Ah, I'm excited. Okay. All right, calm down. We do have Hathor, we have Isis, we have Anubis. Anyone else that wants to come in? We have Michael, Yeshua, Mary's. More Egyptian energies. They're just showing me a lot of, they're showing me, it doesn't matter, let's get into it. I'm gonna get my energy ready and we'll get started. Okay, so this session is specifically for me and Astrid, but if there's anyone else that wants to be a neutral observer while we're exploring these concepts, please do. I do suggest everyone put on your Merkaba before we get started with this session, okay? And if you haven't practiced putting on your Merkaba, today is the day. Just feel into this energy of a pyramid up and a pyramid down, connecting the feminine and the masculine. It is creating a container to move through these dimensions. Okay, let's do it. Astrid, put a heart in the chat when you're ready and we'll get started. Containers, container, container, container. You're staying tuned, yes. Tune in, girl. Hand on heart, hand on belly. We'll take 3 deep breaths in together. Take a deep breath in. Okay, this is actually so interesting the way that this session is starting. So what I'm feeling right off the bat is your Arcturian guide. It's like this mother-father energy that's kind of very gender neutral. It's very long, very lengthy, has a very bright spot on the third eye, very smiley, very loving. What I'm seeing this being doing is sending down this letter, and this letter has a heart on it, like this envelope, and it's being sent to you. And the letter, as you open it, it just says, I love you. And there's like this confetti that comes out. And then I heard, you're a wizard, Harry. And so there's this almost like this connection to like Hogwarts and wizardry school. And there's something about that that's actually going to be connecting in with CERN and working with energetic magic and working with ritual. So that's the first thing that they wanted to just let you know right off the bat, is that they love you. They love the work that you have been doing. They love where you're at, and you're just doing a great job. So that's the first original envelope of this conversation. We're going to bring your energy up into the grid. So allow your energy to fly up a bit. And you're already pretty close to CERN in Austria, but I'm going to get up into the grid and I'm going to come over a bit towards you. And we're going to go over this super collider. So there's this donut-like shape. We're going to go over it. You're going to feel this energetic kind of vortex that had been there. Of course, it's slowed down a lot, but there's still these remnants of energetic influence because time is kind of weirdly irrelevant. So I want us to like slowly go into the center of this vortex of CERN. You might feel some electromagnetic pull that's kind of pushing us out, but keep falling, keep going down until we touch the middle in Geneva. Okay, so they're bringing up Harry Potter again, and they're showing the second book, The Chamber of Secrets. Ooh, come on, Spirit. They're showing this snake moving through this tunnel, which is very similar to this idea of these particles moving in this tunnel very quickly. But there's something about this snake in here, and it is a very reptilian energy in nature that has been remnant in CERN. They're asking you to remember how to slay or ride the snake, and to use it for its higher wisdom rather than to be a victim to it. This is very interesting where they're going with this. So they're going to bring us into the tunnel. We're going to walk towards the tunnel in the earth, dropping down. You're going to see this snake kind of just spinning very quickly. Your energy body and my energy body are going to sit on the snake now. Now we're moving very quickly. Ooh, this is strong. There's something here about remembering being a particle. This is getting very quantum. Okay, so what we're doing, what they're showing me as we're spinning on this in coherence is actually creating coherence in time, healing a timeline, healing timelines by bringing energy back into self here. Okay, I'm going to slow down here real quick. We'll get off the snake because that was a lot of movement. I want to kind of explain that a little bit. So energetically, as we're bringing these timelines into our self, we're creating more coherence. When these timelines are just shattered and out into the world, it creates more chaos. So when we get to play inside of this tunnel, we're magnetizing these timelines all into one place. We're magnetizing time and space into this present moment of now, bringing more coherence into this present moment. So that was the intention when riding on that snake. The snake energy is also, again, very associated with wisdom, very associated also with reptilian consciousness, which is a very, very old consciousness, one of the first on this planet. As we know, the reptilians and the Anunnaki are what created, in a lot of ways, humanity. So their frequencies are going to be very innate in everything. When we can start to bring coherence into the frequencies of reptilians and Anunnaki and snake-like energies, we start to create more harmony there. Instead of continuing to create conflict and trying to fight the beast, working to heal the beast allows us to come into coherence. Does this make sense, collective? Does this make sense, Astrid? Again, if it doesn't make sense logically, let it make sense with your body. One last time, we're going to get on this energetic snake. It feels like this movement, and I want you to feel this coherence of your timelines coming into one, clearing them and balancing them. So coming in a circle all around CERN. What I'm seeing this also doing as we're doing this, as we're bringing this energy into self, is some of these other portals that have been created around different timelines are actually starting to close because we are bringing it into self. So old entity portals that the reptilians had opened up intentionally to create power are now starting to close. And it's very interesting because I do not feel in any way that I'm being attacked or watched while we're here in CERN, which is honestly not super normal. But this also shows the energetic power that has that we've created on Earth, that they can no longer fight the light. Fighting the light is just going to allow them to lose more power, and they know that. So we're given a lot of freedom right now to work in CERN, to do this healing, and it feels almost as if the energies and the entities around us want us to do this healing for CERN. I'm feeling that very deeply in my body. Okay, come back to center. We're gonna go into the middle of CERN. Let me open my eyes. Are you guys connecting? Are we here? Ashe. Okay. Okay. Grateful to be here as well. Ooh, this is strong, you guys. I feel this. Okay, Astrid, me and you in the middle, hands touching. So I have my Pleiadian guide, my higher self. You have your Octarian guide or your Andromedan guide, whoever wants to come forward. I also have a Lyran guide here. All of them really deeply coming into the body. So there's 4 of these energies, Andromedan, Octarian, Lyran, and Pleiadian, coming down into the center of this CERN pillar area, creating a vortex point all the way through and around these tunnels. So there's a ton of these open tunnels, open portals that are holding a lot of different entities and beings. We're going to ask our higher selves and our guides to come in and to almost like clear the distortion that is cutting through these beings, because there is a lot of conflict that is happening underneath CERN. There's a lot of anger. So we're bringing in this type of energetic peace, not necessarily opening these gates, because I don't necessarily want to do that, but just creating this peace to prepare these beings that are here to say it is almost time for humanity to start to interact with other extraterrestrial beings. It is not time yet, but start to prepare yourself and get ready to be respectful to human beings. Human beings have not been respectful to you thus far. This will change. So as us as human beings holding this intention for these other extraterrestrial beings, it is giving them peace of mind to relax into knowing that something is happening. And this is very important energetically, to create a pathway or a foundation to open up to greater connection with extraterrestrials and human beings, which me and Astrid have done a lot of this work together. They're showing me Poseidon. That's very interesting. Poseidon, do you have anything to say here? He's saying that this, oh my gosh, okay, okay. This is legitimately like a direct reflection of Poseidon before the fall of Atlantis, what he had done. And so he's holding a lot of forgiveness to this experience here in CERN, because he understands that he made a very large impact on this work. How do I explain this better? When Poseidon was working in Atlantis and doing a lot of scientific work, whether with water, with electricity, electromagnetic field, all of these things, he also was trapping a lot of beings because he thought that he had ultimate authority. He now recognizes and notices that he didn't have ultimate authority and created a lot of havoc and issues and conflict with Atlantis because of that. I have done work in this lifetime to also free some of those beings that he has trapped and hurt and done that too. I've done a lot of work with Poseidon. But he's coming in to basically send in this huge ripple of forgiveness frequency into CERN and into these beings that are trapped and held here. Because he understands, again, he does not want what happened at Atlantis to happen here and now. And we're rubbing up against that timeline. Let that peace come through the collective, come through Earth. Going down into the crystalline core. Feel this energetic vortex. Again, me and Astrid holding hands here. This energetic blue light vortex going down into the Earth, into the crystalline core, rippling through the crystalline core. Like shooting through the other side of the Earth and going through all of Earth consciousness or all of universal consciousness, that we are declaring we are ready. There is deep forgiveness being sent through the universe at this time. Feel that forgiveness. Let your body relax into receiving it. Bringing this light down through the crown, third eye, throat, heart, solar, sacral, root, hips, thighs, back of thighs, knees, back of knees, shins, calves, ankles, feet, down into the earth, grounding down. all the way down to the crystalline core. Feel this deep peace and coherence coming into these timelines. They're showing butterfly effect. And they're saying healing the butterfly. Coming into peace. Coming into coherence. Coming into resonance. Coming into flow. Trusting the energy, trusting the timelines. Trusting that you are safe here on earth. And preparing the way for what is next energetically for us. This is beautiful, beautiful, beautiful energy. So now we get to use CERN for these next 4 years as a really beautiful, almost like a Stargate that we get to use in our highest good. So what I'm going to do here in Astrid, I'm going to ask you to go to one side of CERN. I'm going to go on the other side. We're going to both, like, I don't know, we're going to be on opposite ends, but we're going to be bringing light language and light codes down through our body from our higher team and just lining the whole area of CERN. So I'm going to be speaking a little bit of light language to activate this. So allow energy to come through the crown, third eye, throat, heart, solar, sacral, root, hips, thighs, knees, shins, calves, ankles, feet, floating down into the earth. Nianya ariamu suntukua tiantia shkudukukua. Nia liama arumu sundukushkudaka kikima ampai. Nikumbokoa ariamu mpokoa skadikishka ampokoama. Ni suntukua maitiama. Kia ariamu mpoankai kia asa. They're saying Maet or Mat. Is that like an Egyptian god, goddess? Mat is here. Tia tintia remosututush de kapai tia kikiama antai komokwa remos tututushka. They're showing me the apple, the wisdom, the apple and the snake coming together here. Riembu shudududuku atia pa rima antakaish kududukukuku aska antikikia. Ilia marumus kududush kududakitia askanana. Ilia marumus untu kiashka antakai ikiamas. Feeling the vortex and feeling now the stargate of light language and this light energy field illuminating up into the grid. So feeling this really strong portal connecting into the grid, going out into the grid system and bringing back down this energy of timeline cohesion, this energy of timeline balancing, and going also deep into the roots underneath CERN, timeline balancing, cohesion, rest, peace, love, compassion. Fully just energetically resetting this system for the next 4 years. So feel that peace. Mat, truth, justice, balance, harmony, cosmic order. It's so perfect. OMG, I have to write that down. That's exactly, and she's coming in to bring that cosmic order, that justice, that truth, the balance. Ostrich feathers, I love that. Okay. So we're going to be coming a little bit out of this channel here, Astrid. Gonna bring your energy back up into the grid. When you're coming into the grid, as you're going through the grid, I want your energy body to completely alchemize any distortion that has been held in your field, any unbalanced energy, any energy that might be spinning a little bit too fast for your energy body right now. Go up through the grid, clear it out. I'm going to do the same, going through and clearing my field. Kind of just hovering above the grid real quick. There's Hathor and Isis coming near us. They're like clearing, like they're doing like a little bit of clearing or energy clearing on our auric field. Just making sure that we're going back to earth with deep clarity and deep love here. Alright, then they're shooting us up into becoming like these huge phoenixes or eagles, and we just get to like fly around earth for a little bit and just observe the impact. I want you to notice earth and all of the things lighting up underneath earth, as there is much more harmony, much more coherence coming to the surface. And also observing some of the dark portals and some of those dark places, but not feeling attached to needing to heal right off the bat, but just giving awareness that that is still alive on this planet, some of that density, but just acknowledging how much more light is present on Earth than it has been, okay? So then we're going to go down. We're going to do a little bit of transitional work. We're going to go down into, China. They're saying Beijing. Coming through, up through Chad, Africa. Going over into Ireland. Going into the U.S., Kansas City. We're going to go to Brazil. Going up from Canada, somewhere in Canada. We're going to bring you back into Austria. Just allowing your energy to float down into wherever you want to go. I suggest you go into a couple different areas first before you really come back into your body. I'm going to come back into different spaces. They keep showing me pools, so I'm going to go through a couple different pools. Go in and out of that. And then fully cleansed here and now. So feel your energy fully coming into your now present moment. Feeling your energy body back here with your crown, with your brain, with your third eye, your eyeballs, your ears, your mouth. Feeling this down through your throat chakra, your heart, your solar, your sacral, and your root. Pushing through hips, thighs, back of thighs, knees, back of knees, shins, calves, ankles and feet, pushing down into the earth, grounding down. There's this emerald green color. They're showing an emerald green jewel on the back of your heart, coming in and illuminating your spine and your channel with so much love, so much protection. There's also a red and white dragon around your field here, again holding space for you as you're coming back into self. And my dragon is black, and there's a yellow dragon. I have not worked with the yellow dragons yet, so thank you. Alright, grounding this energy down through hips, thighs, back of thighs, knees, back of knees, shins, calves, ankles, feet, down into the earth, grounding down through the crystalline core, and just settling our energy here, relaxing and trusting that what we did was enough. And we helped heal humanity just a little bit here today, shifting this energy out and around as we all shift together, bringing this energy back up through your roots, your feet, ankles, shins, calves, knees, thighs, hips, root, sacral, solar, heart, throat, third eye, and crown, all the way up into the heavens, allowing this to be your truth if it feels right to you. Bringing this energy all the way back down and around you. Good morning, Pusha. And so it is. Releasing any last energy that doesn't serve you, letting it go, letting it flow, letting it go, letting it flow, letting it go, letting it flow. I do suggest relaxing after this, Astrid, and anyone else that was really there with us. Really lay down, let your spine elongate. Work with copper. Maybe putting copper on your feet, copper on your hands, something like that, whatever it is. And so it is. It was intense. Releasing any last energy that doesn't serve you, letting it go, letting it flow, letting it go, letting it flow, letting it go, letting it flow. Hello. Bringing unconditional love into every cell of your body, illuminating from the inside out, appreciating the love, the joy, the peace, the bliss, the honor of being alive here in this present moment. I see you, I love you, I honor you. Golden light energy all around your aura, keeping you safe, sane, and protected. Abundance all the way through you and into the collective consciousness field as we all shift together. Take a deep breath in. Your energy is yours. My energy is mine. And so it is. You are very protected. Drink lots of water. Let me know how you're feeling, love. Metal Element's like, oh my gosh, thank you for the gift. Thank you for the mushroom. Singing mushroom. Mostly copper, but also gold and silver. Yes, I love working with gold. Yeah, actually, I have also been working with silver. Maybe not as intentionally, but yeah. Astrid, how are you feeling? Because I know that that was pretty strong. We did a lot with that. Vanessa, we just did a huge CERN healing. I don't know if you were there for that, but it was very powerful. I felt energized. Yes, there was a lot. 24 karat gold flakes to work with. Oh my gosh, I know, that was so cool, wasn't it? I know, girl. I guess it just wasn't meant to be. Oh my gosh, I'm excited. I'll take any crystals. Most of mine are from you. Most of mine are from you. Good. Okay, excellent. Yes, Tesla's unpublished research, specifically his dynamic theory of gravity, viewed the universe as a complex system of spinning vortices. Absolutely, and they are 100%. That's why I see vortexes so much, and I think a lot of us can feel like vortexes. We're like, okay, why do I feel like I'm spinning? Why does it feel like everything is around me, and I'm noticing and feeling everything? Is because we're very in tune with self. We're very in tune with the universe. We're very in tune with the complexities of life and not so numbed out by it. Which I think, yes, and you can get motion sickness, which is why I suggested and I called out for you guys to put on your Merkaba before we did that session. Because if we did that session without putting on the Merkaba, we can feel very nauseous. So so if you didn't put on your Merkaba and you feel nauseous, that might be why. We literally are. Yes, good. I'm glad you felt that, Jody. Randomly hearing like Argentina or Brazil, you're not careful. Interesting. Argentina has been coming up a lot actually for me. We are literally hurtling through space. We're moving through space very quickly, and also space and time is getting bigger, which is weird, right? It's weird that that's like even possible. It's getting bigger. There's more to explore. There's more to experience, especially as we're opening up our vortices, as we're opening up our portals, basically. There's so much more to explore within ourselves. So that's something that we're learning here and now. Anyways, it's like being in a room with 1,000 TVs turned up the whole way, all flipping channels without without the Merkaba. 100%. The Merkaba helps us shift, which I think I do think it's very important for those that are working in this collective to connect with the Merkaba. Okay, I do want to mention that Matt came forward, and I want to bring that up again before we go into Katie's session. Thank you again for everyone that's being patient. We've been very deep in these collective sessions today. So Ma'at is the ancient Egyptian goddess and philosophical concept of truth, justice, balance, and cosmic order, which is exactly what we were working with, which I just love that she came through. Represented by an ostrich feather, she was the guiding moral principle for daily life and the central figure in the afterlife's judgment, where a soul's heart was weighed against her feather. Wow. Beyond being a deity, Mat represented the fundamental way the universe was supposed to work. She regulated the stars, the seasons, and the actions of both mortals and gods. Her opposite was something which represented chaos, violence, and injustice. In art, Mat is typically depicted as a woman, often with wings, wearing a single ostrich feather. Let me get a picture. It looks very similar to like Isis in a lot of ways. So this is the energy that came through when we were doing that collective channeling, or not collective, but that session with Astrid on CERN. She came through divine order, releasing divine chaos, or releasing chaos, coming into order. Okay, which is awesome. All right, let's go into Katie. Oh my gosh, Jody, I forgot about that. I haven't worked with her in so long. I think that's probably the last time I've worked with her. I haven't even thought about her in so long. This is so interesting. Which is funny, Jody, because earlier I was like, I wonder if we're going to do a session with CERN. And I was like, I wonder if Jody's going to be there, because there's something about that that feels intentional. So this all is like, again, energetically making sense, but it's like so quantum. It's like, what is this world? What is reality? All right, let's go into Katie's session. Cosmic order is so important, like ultimate container. Absolutely it is. Oh, I'm so excited, you guys. We have such good times in here. It's such a blast. Thanks for being here. Thanks to those over on YouTube as well. I really do appreciate it. In mechanical engineering, a vortex generator is sometimes discussed in conjunction with the bladeless Tesla turbine. Ooh, I've actually been thinking about the bladeless turbine where it kind of spins in a vortex. Yes, we can create energy that way, which I was talking about this morning, getting energy out of trees, because trees are like literally such strong antennas. And if we start to use Wi-Fi through trees, one, it gives us less radiation, but we also have trees everywhere, so we can get Wi-Fi from them. I just don't know how to do it, but I'm thinking about it. Oh, wait, what happened? Some inventors theorize that using vortex tubes or fluidic vortex principles to condition gases can improve the thermodynamic efficiency and boundary layer. Interesting. Excellent. Well, thank you for sharing. Okay, anyways, I'm sorry. Let's go into Katie. Katie, are you here, love? Just saying your name over and over help. Katie. There you go. Spirit led, please. I had some confusion distortion, but this past session helped some. Ooh, okay. I know, these sessions are... Oh, I'm so glad I came on today. I was so freaking tired, but I knew that there was a lot that needed to come through. And sometimes being a little sleepy really gets me into that, that like, right above the subconscious zone where I'm able to consciously connect, but I'm mainly in the subconscious. Anyways, let's get into it. They are like very intense college classes. Yes, they are. I love teaching you guys. Or having spirit teach through me. Confusion and distortion. I think a lot of us are also feeling this, right? That confusion and distortion. You never liked school, but you love this. I love that. We try to make school fun around here. One, because don't take it so seriously, but also it's the universe, universal school, right? That's why it's called a university. Universal knowledge. All right, let's get started. I have a Neptune in 12th house and learned the deep connection with that to unconscious feels overwhelming. I unfortunately do not know what that means really, but I'm going to tune into it. Neptune in 12th house. That's my truth. I need to learn the science of astrology. Neptune in 12th house. That's okay. There, I can write it down and spirit will kind of give me a little tell of what that means, but I'm learning too, yes. All right, put a heart in the chat when you're ready. This is a 15-minute session. For Katie, anyone else that is here, you guys can receive the secondary energy codes. Let's get into it. Everyone in here, please drink water. If you don't have water, go get some ASAP. Hand on heart, hand on belly. Well, let me do that real quick. Hand on heart, hand on belly. Let's take 3 deep breaths in together. Take a deep breath in. Okay, I do feel a lot of distortion. I feel a lot of confusion. I really do. I'm trying to like open up your channel here because it literally looks like static, fog, electricity, all of this stuff kind of like here. Like it's like all of this vortex around you. Very can feel very chaotic. They're wanting me to right off the bat put copper anklets around your feet. Ooh, it's Neptune fog. Okay. Okay, interesting. Yeah, it is very like watery still. Like there's like a watery energy to it. Ooh, strong right here. It's very third eye. It's very third eye. Okay. So putting copper, I want you to low-key just like cover your third eye real quick while we do this so I can focus. Putting copper around your ankles, grounding you into earth, grounding into coherence, grounding into harmony, bringing light down through crown, third eye, throat, heart, solar, sacral root, hips, thighs, knees, shins, calves, ankles, feet, down into the earth, grounding down. Feel this coherence going out, rippling out from your field, creating a little bit more room, a little bit more light around you, instead of having that chaos and confusion just rubbed up against your energy field. Okay, open that up just a little bit. There we go. Ah, there's a little bit more peace. Whew, a lot in the third eye though. I really like, you might need a whole head covering today. You know, oh my gosh, they're showing me those like silly little sunglasses that are like third eye sunglasses where they're like 2 here and then 1 here. They're low-key like showing you wearing that, like a third eye sunglasses. I need to get some of those. Oh my gosh, that's so fun. There we go. So they're showing this like little bit of filtration system that's going over your third eye. It's allowing the light that wants to come in from this Neptunian energy to come in a little bit calmer for your energy field to regulate here in the human body. And it doesn't always have to be filtered, but since there was a lot of chaos around it, we just want to be able to ground you in. So I'm feeling a bit of energy moving down through your legs, down specifically through the shins. Yeah, they're saying structure. So I'm pretty sure Neptunian energy is very fluid, very chaotic, very feminine, very water. I could be wrong, but that's what I'm feeling. Very star. They're wanting that to come through with balance, with container, with containment, with rest, with peace. So that's what this is coming in now. So we're feeling all of this Neptunian energy coming through the third eye, through that filter system, down through the third eye, down through the throat, the heart, deep into the heart. There's this cosmic awe that's happening. This cosmic om. Om. vibrating. Ooh, that was very low vibration. Very low vibration. Bringing that down. Just feeling this coherence. This peace. Showing a little bit of like purging or throwing up. Cleanse. There could be a cleanse. Maybe even working with charcoal could be beneficial here. They're saying milk. They brought up milk a couple times today already. Milk, but more of like this concept of milk and honey. Again, just noticing anything that might be overwhelming the third eye here, letting that pass through, and just coming into calm, coming into peace. There we go. Moving that energy. Okay, so they're going to want you to do that, saying Om and regulating the body whenever you're noticing a little bit of that chaos and that distortion, bringing back into the sound healing that you have right off the bat, the sound of your voice, the sound of your heart, the sound of all of creation coming into that harmonic daily. And it doesn't have to be that low, it doesn't have to be a certain frequency, whatever it is, explore Om, explore that sound. Okay, that's what they're saying. Very interesting. As I'm opening the heart a bit more, I'm seeing Bible verses coming out, which is very interesting. Some Bible verses that have stuck with you that no longer serve you are coming out, but also some that have stuck with you that have shaped and shifted your life to be in higher spiritual authority are also, being aware. It's very interesting that that's coming through. Higher spiritual authority. Opening again, in the beginning was the Word was God, the Word was with God, Word was Om, Word was sound, Word was vibration. Vibration moves through you. As a sound healer, you understand that concept. That sound legitimately can influence all of life and all of the body. Come into your own sound healing, healer of self first, give from overflow. When you can heal yourself, you can give from overflow. Tune into Om, tune into sound, tune into your harmonies, tune into harmonics. Oh, I have to sneeze. Oh gosh, it went away. Dang it. there was a release there. It didn't come out though. I got nervous. I was on camera. Okay. Coming down to the solar. Opening this up a bit deeper. Oof. Oof. Trusting your channel. They're saying trusting your channel. Don't close off your channel here in the solar. Because this is what you do sometimes. You get nervous about your giftedness and then you go, is this actually okay? Is this scary? How are people perceiving me? And then you cut yourself off a little bit right here. They don't want you to do that. They want you to open that channel. Open that channel. Keep it open. Keep it open. Keep it open. There we go. Feel the elongation of this part of your solar and that part of your stomach as well. Feel the release of inflammation or pressure around the stomach. Give it space to digest. Rest and digest. When you come into rest and digest, you come to coherence. You come into the natural state of being and of living, but really being. They're very intentional about saying be, just be, not do. You're not a doer. You're not doing these healings per se, you're being the healing. Do you see the difference energetically in that? Because it's less about you performing, it's more about you living, being all that you are. Anyways, can go into that for a minute, but opening up deeper in that channel and just being the eye of the storm, being the calm of the storm around you, being the calm in the vortex point, going into the womb space, opening this up a bit deeper, creating womb and room for more growth, more expansion, more clarity, more consistency, more love to self, more love to channel, gratitude, clearing, clearance, harmony, coherence, untangling, unknotting, enjoying, all of these words coming forward to you. And grounding in this Neptunian energy down into the root, opening up the root deeper here. Okay, a little bit of strangling in the root as well. What I'm seeing is like one of your roots kind of wrapping around the main stem, what's it called, trunk of your tree, and trying to like choke it out. We want to untangle that root. Give full permission for the bottom of your trunk to really send a lot of light. I want you to feel all of that opening now. Feel all of that light coming down through the hips, thighs, back of thighs, knees, back of knees, shins, calves, ankles, and feet, pushing down into the earth, grounding down, grounding down, grounding down, and down into your roots. And just enjoy it, right? Enjoy the flow of coming into coherence. Coming into coherence isn't a burden. It's not a burden of like, oh, I'm out of alignment, I'm feeling confused, I'm feeling distorted. What do I do? It's so graceful, it's so peaceful. Allow that to be so easy for you to come into clarity, coming into center, coming into self. Relax the hips, relax the thighs. Hips, thighs, back of thighs, knees, back of knees, shins, calves, ankles, feet, down into the earth, grounding down through your roots, all the way down to the crystalline core. Wrap your roots around the core, feel the connection here. Again, I want you to feel into those copper anklets that I put around your feet. I'm going to keep those for the next 24 to 48 hours, for as long as you feel like you need to really stay in that grounded copper energy. You can take those off whenever you want. But again, Mat is coming forward. She's going to be pretty prevalent here, I think, today. Coming into order, balance, the opposite of chaos. Oh, it just makes me so happy that she's coming forward. I'm so happy about this. Bringing more light down to the crown, third eye, throat, heart, solar, sacral, root, hips, thighs, back of thighs, knees, back of knees, shins, calves, ankles, feet, down into the earth. Real quick, gonna bring all of this light through the veins, arteries, plasma body, electron body, feeling your energy field, feeling the light illuminating from you, feeling the coherence around you, all the way down to the crystalline core, sending this energy out and around to all of humanity as we come into more balance. Bringing this back up through your roots, feet, ankles, shins, calves, knees, thighs, hips, root, sacral, solar, heart, throat, third eye, and crown, all the way up into the heavens, allowing this to be your truth if it feels right to you, and bringing this energy all the way back down and around you. And so it is. And so it is. Releasing any last energy that doesn't serve you, letting it go and letting it flow, letting it go and letting it flow, letting it go and letting it flow. Bringing unconditional love into every cell of your body, illuminating from the inside out, appreciating love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, self-control. Sometimes that just happens. The fruits of the Spirit just come right on out. Feeling all of that love, feeling the fruitfulness of yourself, bringing golden light energy all around your aura, keeping you safe, sane, and protected, bringing abundance all the way through you and into the collective consciousness field. As we all shift together, take a deep breath in. Your energy is yours. My energy is mine. And so it is. So it is. You're so welcome, beautiful soul. Thank you for letting us tune in with you and create that coherence. I think all of us appreciated that. I think I've felt in my own way distortion or chaos or things like that. And you know, it's been really interesting as I was out camping. There was a lot of time where I was just like, okay, focus, be here, be now. And while I'm trying to tell myself to focus and to be present, I'm not being present because I'm logically thinking about being present. And that was like a really weird distortion for me that I was experiencing. Was like, am I present by thinking about me being present too much, like being in my logical mind way more than I am in my physical body? So that was my feelings of kind of confusion. I was very confused on how I was supposed to interact with life because I just wanted to be present, but I was thinking about being present. That was like my weird thing that had kind of happened this weekend. So coming into this type of harmony and this balance and center was very lovely, very lovely. All right. Very simple and appreciated. Yes. Yeah. I'm so glad that you enjoyed that. It's always nice to just come back to center. All right, Jessica. We have Jessica in the chat. Let me show you those third eye sunglasses that I'm talking about, you guys. I know that you guys have probably already seen them, but I want to show you because I think they're fun, and I'm gonna get some. They're so silly. I just love silly things. Oh, that's a man. Let's find a different picture. Intuitive. Yes, excellent. Okay. Look at how fun that is, you guys. I want that. I want that. Oh, there's the man. We respect men. For an Elton John concert a few years ago. Oh my gosh, an Elton John concert. I would die for that. I would love that. I've been really into music recently. Very into music recently. I mean, I've always been into music, but I've been really getting into it. So if anyone has recommendations for me, you can always DM me. I'm always into it. Okay, intuitive. Excellent, Jessica. Give me a second though. My brain is like feeling a lot of electrical activity. How is everyone doing real quick in the collective? How are you feeling? We've been doing a lot of really strong energies. Hello, welcome in. We've been working with some strong energies. Okay. Self-navigate my own at the moment. Yes, so you're floaty. Okay, let's ground in. Feeling into those ankles, feeling into your feet. Floaty can also be a little bit fun. Where I pull my energy from, I pull from absolute source, which is what I like to call it, or 0 point energy, or absolute light, or just God consciousness, oneness consciousness, unity consciousness, the wholeness of self and wholeness of identity. That's where I like to pull my awareness from. But I also work with my higher self and my higher guides because they can help translate from this absolute, because when I'm channeling with absolute source light, it's legitimately light codes or streams of light that come in that don't always have a language to it or don't always have a way to interpret. It's more of a feeling. So a lot of times I'm bringing in feelings or energetic vibrations to help shift mentality. But then I have some guides or higher self or other beings, angels, whatever, that come in to help translate with me. So that's kind of where I pull some of my energy from. Oh, absolutely. Ooh, I love that question, Astrid. There's definitely connection between your Stargate portal and CERN, which is why when we were working on CERN, because I also feel like a Stargate, we really activated a very strong connection with the CERN portal because of our galactic connections. And so, yeah, I definitely think CERN can be a portal that we can use. Wait, let me read the question. Is it possible not only to bring frequencies to Earth through me, but also for the beings to come into it? Yeah, I mean, beings are already coming in through that portal. But I guess what we can do is also like filter that portal and ask for a different type of energetic respect. I think that's even a part of what we had done to kind of filter or clear out the CERN portal, because there was a negative energy that was used for it for a while, but what we had done was almost clear it out so that what comes through is now in a higher vibration and higher frequency. I would suggest you go there and check it out on your own if you feel comfortable with that. Yeah, they're just saying stay neutral. I don't know why. Like anytime I tune into it, they're like, just stay neutral. That's all I'm getting. So stay neutral, I guess. But yes, go explore. I think exactly our Stargates together made an impact on the CERN Stargate. And your guides and my guides are working on it as well. But yeah, we can always do more with that as well. That's just what they gave us today. All right, let's get into Jessica's session. We've had a lot of fun little chats today. It's been lovely to hang out with you guys as always. You're tired moving through dimensions really fast. I know the dimensions are very quick. Need more energy to stop the dimensional jumps, right? But here's the thing. Sorry, we'll go into this real quick. Here's the thing about the dimensional jumping and not having energy is like sometimes that's the best thing for you is to be tired and to lay down and to move through it that way, through the subconscious. Like a lot of times our body's asking us go sleep because we need to shift you through some stuff. Go sleep, go take a nap, go take a rest, go lay down, go relax your head. And when I say relax your head, very specifically, I'm not saying get on your phone and scroll and learn more about quantum understanding. And I'm going to say that straight to myself and to many of you guys out there. When we're resting, we really just want to rest. We really just want to be human, feeling into the body. Aww. I was lost and confused. I know this. That's what makes it so hard when I leave you guys, because I'm like, I don't want to create, like, I appreciate my consistency, but I also know that I'm meant to leave so that you guys can learn on your own, because you are so capable, Ramona. You are so capable. Okay, that's why moments like that happen. It was odd, wasn't it? Last week was so freaking weird, you guys. Time was so weird. Time was weird. Everything was weird. I was feeling weird. I was mad about a lot of things. I was just angry. That was my truth. Anyways, let's get into Jessica's healing. I'm sorry, Jessica. Let's get into it. And we'll go into collective after this. Some of you guys need to hug a tree. Oh my gosh, yeah, last week was rough. It was a rough week. It was weird. It was really weird. Okay, let's get started. Jessica, put heart in the chat when you're ready. This is a 15-minute session. Again, anyone else that is here, you guys can receive the secondary energy codes as we all shift together. Go hug a tree, make friends with the bird. Yep. Hand on heart, hand on belly. We'll take 3 deep breaths in together. Take a deep breath in. Okay, they're saying find magic in the mundane. First of all, that's the first thing they're saying. Find magic in the mundane. The other thing that I'm noticing in my body is I'm like twitchy. Not like twitchy, but like I'm like, I feel like I need to do something all the time. Like I'm like, okay, my mind is like kind of spinning in a lot of ways. And this is, the way that they're showing it is like, the mind is thinking about all the different things of stimulation that are happening. And it sometimes like all drones out. It's like this overstimulation that just like drones out your consciousness, and then there's kind of like this like mundaneness. There's like this numbness in a way. They're showing specifically like watching your kids play outside, and there's just like nothing there. They're saying something about find magic in the mundane by fully being there again, like fully feeling into the sensations. We've talked about this a little bit, but this is, I don't know, again, this is just what's coming through the channel. They're saying they want you to notice when you are accidentally numbing out in the brain because of overstimulation and oversensory experience. When you are noticing that, they're wanting you to tune into your sacred geometry, your Merkaba, your things like this, right? It's not always going to be protection against negative things. It's going to be protection even against just normal life stimulation. And they're wanting you to be able to be in tune with life stimulation without being overwhelmed by it, without being overwhelmed by sounds or sensory experiences or light or heat. Interesting. Heat. Interesting. There's something about your body that is shifting and transitioning to be able to handle more stimulation, specifically nature stimulation. Okay, I don't know. I just take what resonates, leave the rest, but that's what's coming forward. And they're showing a bird and an angel coming behind you. So you're like sitting, this is what I'm seeing. Your kids are playing, you're sitting by a tree, potentially on your phone, potentially just like zoned out something. And then an angel comes behind you, like walking through the tree, and pushes your shoulders into, like, or pushes your shoulders down. So you're like in the earth. And then there's a bird that's like landing on your feet. 2 birds. This is very interesting. And they're showing a rock on your lap. They're like, fall into earth. Be one with the dirt. Be one with the soil. When you're one with the soil, there is more, it's not as acidic. Sometimes when we have a lot of stimulation, it feels very acidic in our body. When we're connected with the soil, it feels like a base, like a basic energy, like even a base frequency, like thumping. This is very interesting how they're showing this to me. So now they're showing this thumping of this drum that's going up through your root chakra, and it's going up through your body. And as this thumping of the drum is coming through you, it's clearing out this overstimulation, and it's allowing clarity even in the eyes, clarity to see reality. They're doing a lot of experimentation on parenting through your channel as a starseed. They're observing a lot of parenting through you is what I'm feeling. they enjoy experimenting with your energy field. But again, they just are showing this, you sitting by this tree, holding this thumping energy, and it's going into your kids, and it's allowing them to relax and regulate, because they're very stimulated and very overwhelmed by sounds, light, color, all of these things. And so ultimately, as you being the mother, you're also feeling the stimulation. And it's this bouncing back of overstimulation from one to the other, one to the other, one to the other. Thumping. Relaxing. Earth. Nature. Shade. So for some reason, this is just what's being sent through your field, bringing this down to your crown. Third eye. There's a lot in the third eye. Oh, there's a lot in the third eye. Throat. Heart. Breathe. Solar. Sacral. Root. Breathe, breathe down low. Hips, thighs, back of thighs, knees, back of knees, shins, calves, ankles, feet down into the earth, grounding down. They're showing how stimulating heat can be to the body. It can be overwhelming, and it can create a lot of aggravation. Very interesting. Okay. So they're going to flow in some cooling water down to your crown, third eye, throat, heart, solar, sacral, root, hips, thighs, knees, shins, calves, ankles, feet down into the earth, grounding down. Feel the cooling energy. So they're wanting you to learn alchemy in the moment. So, and it's going to be so small and so basic of like balancing the heat in your body with bringing in cooling energy and feeling that regulate your body. When you're feeling the overstimulation, let's say from the light, balancing it with bringing up darkness from the earth and balancing that out. There's something about even balancing your pH. They keep saying acidic. There's a lot of acidity in your body. So bringing in more of a basic energy through foods is also going to be good. Potatoes. They're mainly just wanting to witness you. Is there anything else you want to say here? They want to say you're doing a great job, you're a great mother, and they love you. And they love your kiddos. Those little shining faces. But they also understand it can be overwhelming sometimes to be a mother. And they're giving you a lot of love and grace here in the womb space, going in the womb. Feeling this like really deep connection to the cosmic mother through your womb space. And feeling her and that darkness, that dark energy coming forward. And just holding you, holding your kiddos, holding this container of love. Just feeling held within your body, your mind, and your soul. Breathe. Your guides keep wanting to tell you that you're doing a great job, though. Of course, they always have something to say, it feels like, but they want to remind you that you're doing a really good job, that you're listening to yourself, that you're doing the alchemy work. connecting into deep clarity through your meridian points. I've just been really lonely. Interesting. Sorry I didn't open my eyes. I've been hiding the last few months. I've started to love myself again. Yes. I haven't been around a lot this summer. Empty nesting. Oh my gosh. That's so interesting that this is coming forward. I don't know, Jessica. Empty nesting. Okay, something about stimulation then. There's something about something outside of you that's very stimulating. That's very interesting. This is so interesting. Why are they showing me that? They're showing the house. They're saying this is needed for you to find clarity, to find alchemy. So all of this process still is the same. Oh. It's as if it's like an energetic preparation to have the kids near and to be very present with it. That you're being given this time and this break to be fully present with yourself, to fully rejuvenate you, to take care of you as the child. This is very interesting. To notice yourself as a sensory overwhelmed child. To be in coherence with yourself and your inner child. And to really genuinely allow yourself to play. And go and explore. You have to. We've talked about this. I don't want to bring it up every time, but it's like you have to be outside and you have to be by a river. Your energy has wanted you to do this for a very, very long time. And so since you have the time and the space to do so, go do it. And the resistance is interesting. They're saying bring in coherence through that resistance, bring in calmness into going and exploring. Very, very interesting. Oh, this is so interesting. They keep pushing your shoulders like you're sitting by a tree. They're pushing your shoulders down. They're saying don't fly away through stimulation. This isn't all that there is. There is more out there, and it is beyond your house, and you have to explore beyond your house, and you have to explore beyond yourself. You have to explore. It's in your nature. It's in your nature. This is very interesting, very interesting. Very interesting indeed. There's a self-sabotaging behavior that's held in your heart here that they're wanting you to notice. Of staying confined to self. I keep holding my breath. Breathe. Dragon energy. Clearing any distortion in your field. They're bringing the dragon, so it's a red dragon coming in and bringing flames behind your spine and burning away any distortion or any limitation that you're holding within yourself. Bringing a green dragon in the front and burning away anything that is not of service to you and is not in alignment with nature. You're deeply coming into a natural state of being where you're in harmony with nature and its flow. You're doing this thing right now of balancing technology and nature within yourself. They're showing me you journaling more, taking time to journal, to go outside and to journal and to just write your thoughts. They're showing you singing more. They're showing you even cooking outside or bonfires. And they're showing a sword going all the way through you. This is very interesting. There's some sort of like ego death that's here, what I'm feeling. So you could be going through like a very interesting low right now. There's a low in this. And it can feel confusing as well. They're saying don't resist it. Very interesting, Jessica. You felt a breakthrough. Yay, I'm so glad you went. Fighting depression for months. I'm feeling that, a deep, deep groove here. And it feels like, but again, I want to bring up stimulation. It feels like sometimes the only thing that can get you out of this density is to be stimulated by some other experience or some other environment. And this is why they're showing you taking care of you. That was the original vision. Now that they're showing me, they're saying you are taking care of you as the child, and you have to take care of the child. Giving the child time to explore and to have fun. And I think that's really beautiful that you went to the zoo for that breakthrough. But there's more there. They also want you to sit in it. And I know it's really uncomfortable to sit in density and darkness, but that's why they're bringing you the journal again. And they're showing the journal and being like, you are meant to flow through it, but don't ignore it and don't push it aside, because it's going to make it last longer. Hit rock bottom and come back up is what I'm hearing. Okay, take a resonance, leave the rest on all of this stuff. Fully surrender into it. Fully surrender. But they're showing specifically fully surrender in with a higher mentality of like literally laying in the grass and letting your body sink to the center of the earth. And just laying there, dying there for a minute. And finding Gaia bringing you back up. Something about Gaia is really strong in your field. Okay? Okay. That's what I'm going to say for that. I think I'm over time on this. I actually don't know. Yes, I am. We're going to bring some more light down through crown, third eye, throat. Yeah, there's an old version of you that has to die. And it's the one that is focusing on everyone else's life other than your own. That has to die. There is almost an aspect of selfishness that comes in a different way. Self-love. That is meant to come in and stronger, deeper, more advocating for self, not just understanding why other people are doing things and understanding everyone so much that you don't understand yourself, but truly understanding yourself first, taking that as a priority, and going after your dreams. This is time. Sit with Gaia. Gaia will sink you into this remembrance and into this knowing. Lay in the grass. Let the angels hold you down. Be there. Okay? Bringing light down through crown, third eye, throat, heart, solar, sacral, root, hips, thighs, back of thighs, knees, back of knees, shins, calves, ankles, and feet down into the earth, grounding down, all the way down to the center of the earth, all the way down to the center of Gaia, the black hole of Gaia, which is also the epicenter of life. A black hole is at the center of the sun. So your energetic field is really accumulating into this deep, high pressure of so much light. But right now you're meant to experience the black hole of the light. That might be confusing, but allow yourself to receive that. The peace of the darkness. Bringing this back up through your roots, feet, ankles, shins, calves, knees, thighs, hips, root, sacral, solar, heart, throat, third eye, and crown all the way up into the heavens, allowing this to be your truth that feels right to you. Bringing this energy all the way back down and around you, and bringing also this rainbow energy. We're going to bring a couple fairies and a couple angels in your field. I am going to bring also a couple dragons. There's going to be a lot of energies around your field here, almost in this egg collective around you, that's going to just be sending lots of love to you and reminders of love and reminders to be present in your sensations. Okay? They're going to be with you for the next 24 to 48 hours. Beautiful. All right, releasing any last energy that doesn't serve you, letting it go, letting it flow, letting it go, letting it flow, letting it go, letting it flow, letting it go. Coloring books. You're being given a time of deep imagination. This is an opportunity for you to grow. Bringing unconditional love into every cell of your body, illuminating from the inside out, appreciating the love, the joy, the peace, bliss, the honor of being alive here in this present moment. I see you, I love you, I honor you. Bringing golden light energy all around your aura, keeping you safe, sane, and protected. Abundance all the way through you and into the collective consciousness field as we all shift together. Take a deep breath in. Your energy is yours. My energy is mine. So it is. So it is. Oh, Jessica, there's so much in that. There is so much in that. For some reason, I'm like boggled. Not boggled, but like you're learning so much right now, and it's kind of confusing. All of it is confusing to learn this way. Just trust it. Just trust it, my love. Oh, sending you so much love, beautiful. So confused. I feel that energy. Yeah, when I went into your channel, I was like, I feel confused. Which is kind of what we felt in that last session with Katie, but we came into alignment. And this one, of course, your team is your team, and I love your team, and I love how they interact with you. They're wanting you to learn. I think a lot of us in this collective can really understand, or not understand, the way that the darkness likes to teach us is very confusing. The way that the darkness and the chaos of the feminine comes through doesn't always make sense, and that is the point, is that it's not always meant to be logical minded, or it's not always meant to stimulate the mind, but it's meant to stimulate the body, and it's meant to stimulate our presence, and it's meant to stimulate our time. So that's what's being asked of you now, is to allow your time, your space, and your presence to be online and aware and stimulated, even with the darkness. So, I mean, of course, I'm just kind of saying the same things over and over again, but you got this. You got this dearly. You've got this righteously. Oh, yay. And we're sending you so much love as you're navigating a low. I think it's just a beautiful process of life alchemy as we're going through highs and lows, and many of us in here can understand and respect maybe bipolar experiences. And so I just send you so much love as you're navigating those lows, and anyone else in this collective that is also feeling those feelings. And I ask Spirit to help balance those out for everyone. Balance through lessons, balance through healings. It can feel scary sometimes. It definitely can. But look at this beautiful collective that is here for you and supporting you and holding this net of love underneath you as you're sinking, and as you're allowing yourself to sink into that space to learn what you need to learn, and that in that rock bottom, right? As you're connecting so deep to earth, because you are so connected to earth and so connected to the crystalline core, just sink all the way in, all the way down, and let her teach you. Anyways, so that's what we've got today, I think, you guys. This has been lovely. I think all of these healings had their own intrinsic nature, had their own connection to what's going on in the collective, and I'm so grateful for each and every one of you that has stepped forward to do a healing with me. I will be back on Wednesday and Friday. I go Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 10 a.m. To 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So that's the gist of it today. Let's see if there's anything else The word grateful is coming forward. I'm seeing mirrors. Okay, we're coming back in with Mat, Hathor, and Isis. They're coming in again. They're showing me mirrors. And when we work with mirrors, we get to work with the quantum consciousness of self and of Gaia and of goddess, moreover, than Gaia. I mean, goddess, or Gaia is the goddess of earth. But when we are holding and working with mirrors, we are respecting that everything in life is a mirrored reflection of things around us. So if you're feeling called to start working on channeling and connecting with higher versions of self, I am always going to suggest working with mirrors. You saw a broken mirror during the CERN one. Yes. Okay, that broken mirrors are also very symbolic of like broken timelines or timeline breaking. Like if in the movie Everything Everywhere All at Once, there's like sometimes in the film they'll show like the breaking of the timeline and it splits into two timelines. That's kind of the energy that I saw. Hangout came through yesterday and good morning. Isis in my activation cards. Yes. Oh, I love that. I love that. Isis is really strong in the field. And Isis, so Hathor and Anubis used to run the underworld. So I think that's also something that you're connecting with, Jess. And I do suggest you connect with Anubis as well if you're working with them. But Hathor and Isis used to run the underworld, and Hathor kind of, plays a different part now. I feel like she plays in all realms. But Anubis still works a lot down there, and they're going to be teaching a lot. There's a lot of gold energy when we work in the lower realms as well. In consciousness, there's a lot of gold frequencies that are coming forward. I've been feeling gold a lot. But there is a lot that I've been feeling with the energy of a cow. I've been feeling cow energy a lot. We've been talking about milk. Milk has come up a couple times. Milk and honey. Cow energy. Cow is representative of Hathor. Cows are representative of the feminine cycle. Cows are representative of very large, strong, energetic auras, but a very grounded and earthy and loving being, right? Cows, like, they don't really hurt people. They kind of just like eat their food and live their life and provide milk. They provide meat. They provide whatever, if you tune into that. But they also provide harmony. Cows are very large harmonic frequency beings on this planet. And again, with Hathor coming in and working with Hathor a lot, there is a lot of this harmonic, this auric harmonic that is happening in consciousness right now. So I've been seeing a lot of cow visuals, working a lot with the goddess, the feminine goddess, respecting the chaos of the feminine, and finding the divine balance within that chaos of the feminine. So that's why Ma'at is coming in a lot today as well, that divine balance. Is there anything else, Spirit, that's coming through? A lot of gold. Yeah, Taurus energy. Taurus, right. Taurus is very grounding. You bring so much inner peace and help me to find a higher perspective. Yay, I'm so glad. That makes me so happy. Gaia is very strong. Could be why I'm working outside a lot. Yes. I'll hug a tree after your live. Yes, please do. Please do. That's very, very essential. If you've been, thank you for the gift. If you've been in here, make sure you hug a tree or connect with Gaia after this in some capacity or right now. They're also showing me blades of grass. They're saying something about the grass. Connecting with the feet chakras. They keep showing me the visual of like literally sinking into the earth. I think some of you guys probably feel that in your energetic field when you're outside or you're laying in the sun or something and you're like, I am one with earth. That's a really great feeling and sensation to have right now, because it is bringing that oneness consciousness into our body physically by feeling that, because we can understand logically how we are all particles that are one. And we can understand spiritually that, but when we can physically feel that, that's that next level of integration. That's that level of embodiment. So sink into the earth, feel one with the roots around you, feel yourself as a tree, feel yourself as life, and coexist in that capacity. I was getting outside right into the grass after the CERN one as well, which is new for me. I just go out there. I got up to make food and went outside. Yes! See, that's your body literally telling you how to take care of yourself. So again, anyone in this collective that you just feel called to go do something, do it. Don't necessarily question it. I mean, of course, question everything. But if you feel this deep inner knowing that you're meant to do something, go do it, and go do it now. Don't resist, don't hold back, don't wait. Because when we wait and we go, one more video, right? Like a lot of times we have ideas to do something. I'm like, oh, I want to go chalk. And then I'm like, well, there's another video. There's another video. There's another video. Don't do that. When you have that idea, and you have that divine spark of inspiration to go do something, get up right then and there and go do it. Because if you don't, the longer you wait, the less time that divine inspiration is going to actually come into you or is going to manifest out. And what that is doing is also separating you from what you're asking for. Because a lot of us are asking, hey, Spirit, give me messages, give me guidance, give me nudges, give me inklings to be my greatest version of self. And then they do that, and then we push it away because we like this earthly stimulation more. And it creates a bit more of a disconnection between that connection and that communication. So listen to the guidance, the nudges that are coming forward to you right when they come forward. That's what I have to say about that. Yes, yep, totally. Long freeze mode. I was definitely in freeze mode for a minute there and literally froze up all of my muscles and froze up all of my body. Like it just wasn't functioning very well. And so the only way that the light could come in, because I was so stiff and so frozen, was like these intense light sparks that came through me. I was remembering this because my friend was talking about how she got such intense light that came through her. It was as if she like had like a little mini seizure or something. And I was like, oh my gosh, this reminded me of when this happened to me in the beginning of my journey back in 2021. I was such in a freeze mode. I was like going into therapy. I just came out. There was like so much stuff. I was like so mentally disturbed. I was such in a rough spot. And the only way that light could really come through me, other than when I was like in a deep low, was I would get these spikes of light that came through me and I would literally pass out. And it would be so much light, I would be like, oh my gosh, I could see it coming in, and then I'd be like, eh, and I would just like fall over, and there was nothing else that could be done about it. So I don't know if anyone else has experienced that type of intense light download where you're just like, I gotta take a seat. Like, this is intense. I'm grateful I haven't had as much of that anymore, but that was like the only way that it was coming through before. But now my channel is a lot more open, that I can handle the light coming through and I can integrate it easily without getting such intense symptoms, which I think is very important for us to, you know, be aware of as we're going through this ascension. So anyways, try dancing if anything. I've healed a lot since 22, but yeah, I'm with you there. Yeah, it was so wild. That just happened to me yesterday. Had to get out of freeze mode this morning. Ah, yes. Yeah, sending you so much love. Well, thank you to everyone that has been here. I think this has been just a lovely session. Again, I come here Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Let's see, do I have any more things that I want to say about the human experience? Again, I want to say I am planning my first retreat in Pennsylvania in August, so stay tuned for more information about that. I'm very excited about it. It is very new for me to plan a retreat, so I'm a little bit nervous, but I think there's a lot of spiritual guidance. Yes, okay, come on, come hang. It's literally only going to be like 3 other people because it's my first one. And so we'll see how it goes. I'm excited. Anyways, that's what I have to say for announcements. I guess, Spirit, is there anything else that you want to say? Just your love. Remember your rainbow. Oh, thank you, Jody. You're in New Jersey. We're in PA. I don't know yet. See, I'm planning it with my dear friend. I'm not sure, you guys. Oh my gosh. This is exciting. I love that people are asking. Oh my gosh. Okay, I don't want to get overwhelmed. I'll figure it out. I'll let you guys know. I'll make a little thing. I'll put it up. If anyone wants to come, you DM me and we'll figure it out then. Okay? That sounds good? That would be lovely. Wait, let me talk about this real quick, because something that I feel very called to myself is baptism. I want any place that I'm going, I want there to be like a stream or a river, so that I can do some initiations, but that's it. Anyway, so let's get out of it. Let's bring some light down through the crown, third eye, throat, heart, solar, sacral, root, hips, thighs, knees, shins, calves, ankles, feet down into the earth. Let's release any last energy that doesn't serve us here, letting it go, letting it flow, letting it go, letting it flow, letting it go, letting it flow. You'll do it next time. Excellent. All right, bringing unconditional love into every cell of your body, illuminating from the inside out, appreciating love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control. Again, the fruits of the spirit coming up today. We're going to bring some golden light energy all around your aura, keeping you safe, sane, and protected, bringing abundance all the way through you and into the collective consciousness field as we all shift together. Let's take a deep breath in. Your energy is yours, collective. Take it. You can have it. I love it. It was great hanging out with you guys today. And my energy is mine. And so it is. And so it is. It's been a lovely day. Thank you so much for everyone that's here. If you are interested in watching back some of these sessions that you are interested in, you can go check it out on YouTube. It takes about a day to process. You're so welcome. And I will see you guys on Wednesday. Mwah. Bye. Bye.